What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, my name is Francesco and today I'm going to talk about the 10 perfect Dunbridge fragrances that you should have in your collection. Now, what is a Dunbridge fragrance? It's basically a fragrance that suits every possible kind of situations or most scenarios. So imagine in the morning you wake up, you have to go to work, your brain is still sleeping, you don't want to spend time and energy trying to figure out and calculate which fragrance should I use today, which one is more appropriate. You just take one of these fragrances from this list, and you are sure they will work because it's inoffensive, it's safe, it's a likable scent profile, it's professional, it's suitable for most situations. And this can be very useful if you have a busy life, if you have a big collection, a big rotation of your fragrances. And sometimes, I have 70 plus bottles, and sometimes, honestly, I tend to decide in advance what I will wear. So I make a kind of Excel file, a roster, and I will decide day by day in advance, more or less also because I want to give a balanced wearing to all my fragrances. But sometimes, you have something that comes up, or you just cannot plan it in advance. And sometimes, I'm puzzled. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what calculation to make. And so to have some Dunbridges always available, always easy to grab and spray and go, it's very, very important. So of these 10, they are 11, but you will see now why. In any case, we will shrink it to 10. I will start with a fragrance that probably you haven't heard a lot of, and this is from the brand of Mind Games. This is Gambit. So this is an American niche house. This was launched in 2023, and I love the bottle design. They have several fragrances, and some of them have a different cap according to different chess pieces. This is very, very professional. It's like a CEO vibes. You will smell like a very well put together guy and who has his life figured out. This has cloves and some floral notes, sandalwood. Some people say it smells a bit reminiscent of Sauvage Elixir. I don't see all that similarities. I see it much more similar to Parfums de Marly Percival, this is for sure, which is another very versatile kind of scent, but I prefer this. This is an Extrait de Parfum, 100 ml, longevity is amazing, it will last forever. The projection is good, and I have the feeling that it projects more than you actually realize when you wear it, because I have the feeling that you go a little bit nose blind to this, but in any case, it's always noticed when I wear it, and for sure I know that the longevity is amazing. There is a very high oil concentration, it will last a very long time. Gambit from Mind Games. Second, I will go on a Middle Eastern brand from Kadlaj, Island Dreams. This is a clone of Louis Vuitton Symphony. Of course, if you have the original, definitely this applies to that one as well. But this is a very clean, fresh and musky, very pleasant scent profile. I really like Symphony. This, in my opinion, is the best clone of that fragrance. For 40 euros, you have what Louis Vuitton charges for 500 euros, and this is going to be something that is not going to offend anyone, is very versatile, is office appropriate, is also, you can dress it up, dress it down, is not going to have any negative feedback from anyone. I cannot imagine people not liking this kind of scent profile. So this is a very safe choice as a Dunbridge, Island Dreams by Kadlaj. Then I would go on something super classic, classic in every possible sense. This is Acqua di Gio EDT by Giorgio Armani, launched in 1996, so it's been around for 30 years, guys. And you can see the dent that I put on this. This was my most worn fragrance of 2025 because it's very versatile, it's a Dunbridge, I also used it at the gym quite often. And honestly, I have to say the performance on this is underrated because it does perform, it does last, it does project. Just because it's an Acqua di Gio, just because it's a eau de toilette, people tend to scoff at it, no? Think, oh yes, I mean, it will last 4 hours, it's not going to perform. But this bad boy here, this guy performs. It lasts, it projects, it's super safe. Of course, like I do know or I heard on YouTube that some people don't like this fragrance, this scent profile. But again, even with the Dam Breeches, our taste is still our personal taste and it's not the same taste that other people have. So some people still might not be a fan of any of these fragrances I'm going to show you today. It's totally fine. We are 8 billion people, we all have different noses and different tastes. But this usually works like a charm. No wonder it's been around for 30 years, Acqua di Gio EDT by Giorgio Armani. Going niche again, but this is a very affordable niche. This is from the brand of Mancera and is Cedrat Boisé. Now, this is described as similar or in the same wheelhouse as Creed Aventus. I see that, I mean, it does have some similarities because there's like some smoky notes, like it's fresh and smoky at the same time, which is a feature that Aventus has. But, I mean, it's his own thing. I mean, it's not a clone, it's not inspired, like, it's not too overlapping, it's not redundant. If you have Aventus, you cannot have this one or the other way around, definitely not. Also comes with magnetic cap, pressurized atomizer. This is very, very pleasant. Again, very professional, very safe, very office appropriate. The performance used to be nuclear in previous batches because this also has been around for a while. I think it was launched in 2017, but in the more recent batches, they toned down the performance on this, so at least you're not going to, I mean, this makes it more wearable, this makes it more versatile, because if you have a beast mode performer, you have to be careful about the situation where you use it. But now with this one, yes, it will last 7-8 hours if you spray quite a bit. It will project nicely, but still it's safer as a Dam Bridge, as a everyday kind of scent. Cedrat Boisé in this new formulation is a very safe choice. Then I would go with the Magnetic from the brand of Aromatics and French Avenue. This again is a mix, let's say, of YSL, Myself, EDP, Reflection Man from Amouage, and I would also say in the dry down there is a little bit of Bleu de Chanel. But in any case, this is a like typical blue fragrance, but more appealing. I'm not a fan of blue fragrances because I find them boring, but I do really like this one because it also adds a bit of sweetness, and overall it just offers something additional that the average blue fragrance doesn't. Performs really well, is going to pull compliments, no one is going to complain if they smell this on you for sure at the office or other occasions. Very safe Dam Bridge. Then, still in the field of blue fragrances, this is one of the most popular ones, Dylan Blue by Versace. Again, this is a blue fragrance. I'm not like the hugest fan of this, but I do appreciate that it works because again, it's fresh, it's slightly sweet, super versatile. This goes, it's also like youthful but well put together at the same time. This really can be used for any kind of situation. The performance is also quite good, nothing to write home about. You will have to spray a little bit more with this one, but super versatile. I don't know if you can see the dent, but this one also, I wore it quite a bit during 2025, and it's very well regarded also in the fragrance community. It's also very inexpensive, despite being a designer brand. Really, for 100 ml you can find it for maybe 50 euros. Very good and safe choice. I would go Middle Eastern again now with the Club de Nuit Iconic from Armaf. This is a clone of Bleu de Chanel. Apparently is like a mix of the EDT and the EDP version. This is to date, I think, the best clone of Bleu de Chanel still. For sure it performs much stronger than the original, because this also over time with maturation became kind of a beast mode. Like seriously, it's also a little bit more dense than the original, so you don't want to overspray this one, because in any case the dumb rich kind of concept is also something that you shouldn't be overpowering to other people, no? Because like you just want to grab something for everyday life, whether you are going to do the groceries or you are going to an important meeting at the office. In any case, you want to be safe, and this is a safe choice as long as you don't overspray it. The performance is very good, and honestly is not my favorite one, because again, Bleu de Chanel is the blue fragrance period by name, like by definition. But I do appreciate that this is like super versatile. There's a reason why Bleu de Chanel has been one of the top sellers for years and years and in history, and so you will go very safely with this one. Then I will say Creed Aventus. Of course, for a dumb rich, for a daily use, is a kind of expensive choice, but this is versatility in a bottle. And it's not only that, it's much more than that, but I will talk about Creed Aventus more in depth in another video, because there is definitely much more to talk about. But Creed Aventus is fresh, is smoky, is fantastic. It's a year-rounder for sure. You will feel professional, powerful, wealthy, well-respected. Creed Aventus is really fantastic. You can dress it down, you can dress it up even more easily. It's office appropriate as long as you don't overspray it, and it's fantastic. Seriously, again, this has been one of the most successful fragrances in history for a reason. You have to be versatile to achieve the kind of success. And of course, like this is why I have 11, but I count as 10, because in alternative you can still get the clone, the most famous clone of Creed Aventus, which is Club de Nuit Intense Men by Armaf. This is the EDT version. Of course, there are many flankers. You choose the one you prefer. The others are supposed to have a higher quality, the EDP, Pure Parfum, or limited edition, or extrait. I still have a lot of fun with the EDT, very good performance, you don't need to overspray. This is a clone of the earlier batches of Creed Aventus, which were more smoky, whereas the recent ones are more fruity and fresher. But in any case, whether you have the original one, of course, go ahead. If you want to save your money and pay 1/10 of the price, Club de Nuit is still an amazing alternative. I have both because I will talk about it in another video, but yes, I mean, I want to alternate a little bit so that I don't use Aventus too often, and I don't finish it too fast. So these guys, I'm sure that you will find this controversial. So Imagination by Louis Vuitton, because this is summer scent in a bottle, like this is the perfect summer scent for sure. But I do believe that this is versatile. This actually can be used year-round because of the performance that it has. It's a very powerful, freshy, very long-lasting, projects very well, and it will make you smell super clean, like you just took a bath with the most luxurious soap that you can imagine. And so I never found anyone, any single person, anyone in the world who didn't like this one when I put it on. Actually got me so many compliments. Of course, it's best during summer, but if you are in a rush, and this is like the first fragrance that you grab from your cabinet, you're going to be safe anyway, whether it's a formal or informal occasion, whether it's cold or hot, guys, this is going to deliver. Anytime, any day, Imagination by Louis Vuitton, amazing. I don't know how they did it for a freshie, but amazing. And the last one in this list, again, this could be considered like not strictly a Dunbridge, but in my opinion it is. So this is Green Irish Tweed by Creed. As the name suggests, it's a very green fragrance. To me, this is spring in a bottle. This smells like a freshly cut grass, but also with some blue notes in the background. Super fresh, super uplifting, amazing. This also is a classic. It's been around for 40 years. Was launched in 1985, if I'm not mistaken. It smells similar to Cool Water by Davidoff, but this is of course like the niche version. Much better performance than Davidoff, of course. And to me, this is versatile. This is a Dunbridge fragrance because the scent profile is not particularly bold, is not particularly offensive. Actually, this is quite a safe use. And as you can see, like the common feature among all these fragrances is that they are mostly fresh. So freshness is the main feature of versatility and what makes a fragrance an easy Dunbridge. And this definitely falls into the category. And also great performance. I don't understand why people say that this doesn't perform well, because to me this lasts like 10 plus hours, projects really nicely. You will have to spray accordingly, of course, because it's still a fresh scent. But guys, this is an amazing fragrance. Again, being Creed is not cheap, so do your calculations, but to me, this can be included in the list of safest and best Dunbridges. So here you have it, guys, the 10 best Dunbridge World fragrances in my collection, or that in any case I suggest that you try. Of course, you don't need 10 of them, because the Dunbridge concept is that you need one that fits all occasions. So if out of this list you already have 2 or 3, you are kind of covered. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know in the comment what is your Dunbridge by choice. And let me know what you think about these ones, if you agree, if you disagree, if you think that some of them, like Imagination or Green Irish Tweed, should be kept for a different kind of occasion. And I will see you in the next video. If you found this video interesting and useful, let me know with a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.